one that half of the world, half of the universe is a small price to pay for peace. And he explains to Doctor Strange with all 5 Infinity Stones, with the snap of my fingers, I could wipe out half of the universe, and then I would rest on then I would, and because Doctor Strange asked him what would he do after that, he says then he would rest and rest and be at peace. So Thanos says, I think you'll find my power not so difficult to overcome, and Doctor Strange says, and I think you'll find Oz equally as challenging. Yours? Ours? Wait, what? And then Iron Man jumps this giant thing on him. He says, I got him. And Styles says, yeah, if you wanted to piss him off. So Spider-Man and Doctor Strange team up, and Spider-Man keeps on getting teleported with magic and kicking Thanos and punching Thanos until Spider-Man, while Spider-Man's also not shining up, so Thanos can actually finally predict where Spider-Man pops up and just grabs him, like throws him on the floor, and then a bunch of Doctor Strange copies of Doctor Strange all try to restrain Thanos, and he beats every one of them. Clones of all the clones of Doctor Strange. And Mantis gets thrown away, and Spider-Man catches Mantis, and Drax tries to get a piece of Thanos, but he's no match. And now Iron Man and Thanos are hitting it, going head to head and kicking each other's asses. Iron Man loses and gets mortally wounded, and Thanos tells Doctor Strange, says, all of your power, and you didn't use your greatest weapon. You didn't use the Time Stone, which was his greatest weapon. So Doctor Strange hands over the Time Stone to Thanos, so to save Tony's life, and also a bigger, grander plan is in place that Doctor Strange said that Doctor Strange had a bigger, grander plan. I guess we'll find out what it is in the next movie. Unless they forgot about that. I mean, they did forget about that Thor doesn't need his hammer to be at full power, and that he's stronger without the hammer. And also, Hulk wasn't in this at all, except the very opening of it, which sucks. And so he teleports to Earth, wheeling 4 Infinity Stones. He got the first one from the Asgardian ship. And also the second one from Loki, which the cube that Loki that they had that was assumed destroyed on Asgard that got destroyed and Thor Ragnarok. And so turns out he had that Infinity Stone and he gave it to Thanos to save his brother Thor from dying and getting murdered. Anyway, now it's all the other Avengers getting beaten by Thanos, Captain America, Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, and Black Panther, War Machine, and Falcon are all taking out Thanos and Captain America. And Captain America was the only one to get hold. A really cool thing is like when Captain America's holding Thanos' hand, which he's wearing the gauntlet on, was all Captain America's strength. No, that's the closest to victory they got. So Scarlet Witch killed Vision by taking out the Mind Stone and destroying it, but Thanos had an ace up his sleeve, which was the time stone. So he winds back the clock and smacks the Scarlet Witch across the field and takes the gem out of Vision and puts it in the and he's all powerful and stuff. And Thor actually is like rams his hammer through his shoulder and says, and Thanos says, "You should have went for him." And he flicks snaps his finger, and he wipes out half of the universe. And the heroes that get killed off are mostly the ones that don't matter. For example, Bucky. He doesn't matter. And War Machine and Mantis, Drax, that he will miss. Spider-Man, you definitely miss. Doctor Strange, nah. Because Doctor Strange's movie sucked. Actually, he will be missed because he was really good in this. And also in Thor Ragnarok. And also Rocket Raccoon, Groot, and half of Thor's eye, it was red. And it looks like the gauntlet, the Infinity Gauntlet, got damaged when he made the snap. So Eye Candy, that is Nick Fury's second right-hand god, snapped out of existence, and Nick Fury, who paged Captain Marvel after seeing everyone's disappearing. And so Tony's nightmare kind of comes true. his greatest nightmare that was building up to this kind of comes true, but not really. Because he's not seeing all of the closest friends going away. He's just seeing Spider-Man going away, and that's it, which he considers sort of like a center. So I can see that kind of being a trend, but not really trending. It would have been better if all of them were on Earth. If all of the Avengers were on Earth, and he could, instead of these bunch of people that weren't really that close to Tony going away, instead it would be better if Captain America, Black Widow, Bruce Banner, and Hawkeye, if he was in this movie, and Thor get snapped away, and all of it was left were these other guys that got snapped away. Oh, and also Black Panther got snapped away. So that's my review on Infinity War.